Here is Roy Jones Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from...
Expectations are sky high for this fight. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. That hook was off target. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Really good buzz in the air tonight. This crowd waiting for something special.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
How about that time counter shot? And that hook misses. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
How about that time counter shot? Nice job by him to block that jab. Counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
To beat a counter puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. What about Jacobs in that last round? Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Dominance.
On to the second round. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Throws the jab, but does not score. Do you believe this? When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Counterpuncher is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Tough to be a judge in this fight, as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Swing and a miss with the jab. That counter shot lands. He blocks that jab. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive then. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. What about Jacobs in that last round? There's the bell to start round 3. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Missed him with that uppercut. Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Straight right just misses. You don't want to trade shots. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Jacobs in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the tournament's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get out there and get the job done.
Your pace and win the round back. Take away that.
Great work. Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Great work.
Don't worry about it. Hey, let's go out there and let's reset. Forget about that round. It was a bad round. But we don't care, we don't care. Go out there, you win this next round for me.
That's it. Just start sticking a few body shots in there. Vary it up a little.
Here we go to the fourth round. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter shot lands. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get...
Terrible round.
Here's the bell to start round 5. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That hook doesn't score. Nope, that jab not going to score. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. Do you know the amazing fights at middle?
One punch did the trick. Let's see it again in slow motion.
Shot from the gods, they say.
1, 2, 3, 4. Come to me.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot, a clean one, and he's out of there.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. The corner.
Back into the
There's the bell for round 6. They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
I have no idea what they have left. How'd you come back from something like that? Not twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
Even I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4. You still want to fight?
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
They got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. They block the jab. As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. His legs are gone, but somehow there's the bell to start round 7. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs are feeling like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Roy Jones Jr., Pensacola's finest, is down. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
Well, there's no